I want to talk about Callum McGregor.
Yeah.
Because in my lifetime watching Celtic, I can't remember a Celtic captain dominating these games, right? On the whole, as much as Callum McGregor has against Rangers whilst being captain across the piece with quality. Now,
Yeah.
Scott Brown dominated Rangers games, but he wasn't as good a footballer as Callum McGregor is. Other Celtic captains have just not been on Callum McGregor's level in terms of absolute quality. And I don't think that was his best game against Rangers by any manner of means. But in terms of absolute quality, in terms of being everywhere at all times, receiving the ball, he is the absolute heartbeat of these games. In many ways, when we're talking about dig and snotters and all that, these things that Rangers fans and other people think that's what controls a football game, it's no really. It's game intelligence, it's movement, it's being great on the ball, it's knowing when to drop, it's knowing when to come and help out your teammate, it's knowing when to give directions, it's all these that's how you control football games. It's no running about launching into people. It's quiet, quality, confidence, understand the manager's instructions, following out instructions. It's all these things Callum McGregor brings to the game. You saw that when Luke McCowan came off.
Yeah.
You saw he was saying to Luke McCowan, he was giving him directions and he called him over, and then later on it transpired that, McCowan gave an interview, says Callum McGregor says, like, go play your game. I'm behind you. I've got your back. You just drop in and out here and go and play it. And you think that's a captain. That's what controls these games. And then obviously the cherry on top is that wonderful goal against the myth Jack Butland again.
I think Callum McGregor, more than really any other player, sums up for me why Celtic are always, as long as he's around, destined to be largely on top of these games. Yeah. I don't mean that we're going to win every single game, because that's not how football works. You will drop the odd result here and there, as we've seen. Callum McGregor has been part of bad results against Rangers. But I think overall, guys like him are why Celtic are just significantly better, and it's because of how good a footballer he is. This isn't the 80s. This isn't you can't just hatred your way to success in football. I think
they know who'd be top if they
yeah, exactly. If only it was just that simple, because you can set your watch by this stuff. And I know football fans are just a bit like that at times, but again, particularly in Rangers' case, it's all back to basics. We need this, we need staunchness, we need right good British boys in there who know what it's all about. We need people being held up against the dressing room wall by their throat and all that.
We've been hearing it for decades.
Jimmy Bell would never have put up with this, etc., etc.
Get Steven Gerrard back's the latest one.
Yeah, John Lundstrom just hated them. You can tell by looking at him. Right?
Yeah, he hates us for Turkey.
All that stuff, right? But it's not that. It's good footballers. It's good footballers, but also with the balance that Callum McGregor brings, the know-how, the been there and done that, the grit at times, the ability to roll up the sleeves. I know I'm wheeling out a lot of cliches here, but I don't know how to articulate it any other way than that he adds all of these elements to being an exceptional footballer as well. And that's the reason, that's the difference. It's not like just dig and hatred and bile and all that kind of stuff, because that's what they would like football to be about. If only it was just a case of just turning up the staunch meter, they would all of a sudden just be dominating again. But it's guys like Callum McGregor, it's got Brendan Rodgers as well, of course. It's guys like that are why Celtic are better. And as long as those guys are around, essentially always will be. So long may that continue, because he's a special footballer. If I'm honest, I don't think he had his absolutely best game against Rangers the weekend. I think he gave the ball away a couple of times in a way that was uncharacteristic of him, but only noticeable because, that's Callum McGregor. You don't really expect that. Don't get me wrong, every player gives the ball away in these games, but when Callum McGregor does it, you do think to yourself, wow, that's very unusual. But I completely agree with what you've just said about how he casts a long shadow over these games and dominates basically every single part of it. That probably involves making sure the overall level of the team is good enough for the standards that he has seen over many, many years and dozens of derbies now, making sure that standard is maintained. And again, this is the reason that Celtic are in the position they are.
This is a guy that always looks brilliant in these games. We cast our mind back again to that game this time last year. Callum McGregor was exceptional for Celtic that day, drove them forward and got Celtic the victory. But in these games, he's always targeted. Rangers have tried everything to stifle him, absolutely everything they're putting.
Whose turn is it next, do you think? Who's the man marker next time around?
It'll probably be Barron, won't it? It'll be Barron, because he's only one left.
He's this season's Butland, isn't he?
Yeah.
Last season, they all just collectively decided with no evidence that Jack Butland's the best player in the league and all that.
They've got a big poster up on the dressing room wall. I think it's like build the team around in big capital letters, right? And then it's Cantwell scored out.
Yeah.
Cifuentes scored out. Raskin scored out, and then all of it, about 10 names, and then I've got Barron and
wee Barron sitting in the corner dressing him sweating bullets because he knows his name's coming. Like, God, I'm the next.
But there's always a plan for him, isn't there? It's good to hear Cantwell get
a master plan.
A wee mention. Good night, sweet Prince Todd.
But I forgot about that.
Yeah, we could come on to him. But Callum McGregor, they've always got a plan for him. There's always somebody trying to stay on him, but he always gets himself into these games, and it's always the unselfish stuff he's doing. And you can say, like, he's getting man-marked and he'll drop somebody and he'll look for the pass. But then if somebody's on you the whole game, he'll make space for other people. But then as soon as the ball is in the Rangers area, he's the guy that's nipping in and touching it away from toes and taking it off people. You can't stop him doing that. You can't mark him while he's doing that. And he imposes himself on these games, no matter how closely he's marked, no matter how much they try to stop him by putting boxes around him. He's unbelievable in these games, and it's just another guy that's built for these games. Celtic have these players, Rangers simply don't.